Oh man, I was digging that.
Yeah, right. Little. You know. Good evening.
Digging that. I like the Deepak Chopra in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up. You gotta mix it up, right?
That's right.
Keep it positive. Give us something to hang our hopes and dreams on. No, okay. But yeah. Good evening, Resoluters. What fucking day is this? Is it Monday?
I don't even know what day it is anymore, bro.
In between. Dude, we're in between.
It's
the
in
days.
between. Yeah, it's my Monday, your Tuesday.
Yeah. No, baby. We're there. We're there in the middle of the thick of things. Resoluting our hearts away. So yeah, folks, we're doing quite a bit because our normal prep time that we have allotted to ourselves and the day that Monday usually is for both of our routines was not quite what it usually is. So we both just got home from work. We're dedicated to you and just having fun with this shit.
We're here. Having fun.
So Resoluters, those of you that didn't watch the intro credits, because they added a few little quips in there to kind of a little more indicative so people understand what we're doing here. If you haven't watched before or you don't remember, this is myself, Mark Jeske, and my hetero life mate, Jedi Master Jeff Coy, my partner and star, the Resoluters. As so are you. If you join our Resoluters group on Facebook, everyone's welcome to join the family. But this is Jeff and I are sharing a 90-day body transformation challenge to each other yet again. We did this earlier in the year, good old 2022. We dropped some lbs, some sizes, some inches, that kind of stuff. And so we're ramping up for round 2. We maintained our losses and here we go. We're going to keep going. We're going to do the healthy thing for getting fit. So
keep it going.
That is what we're doing. And so in our Resoluters group, we do occasional updates as far as our workout routines, and we share workout routines from the other group members. Sarah Oliver and Seth Gottfried have been great contributors to the group here recently, and we've got a lot of new members. So I don't have the list in front of me, but just to welcome everybody who we haven't observed thus far.
Love it.
Jeff, what's going on, baby?
How's
it been? How's your week on the workout run?
It's been good, man. It's been real good. Got back into the groove of working out. I was sick for a couple weeks there. Went on the cruise. Really getting back into the thick of things. But this week, got some good walks in. Got some good weights in. I'm feeling good, baby.
It's good for you, man. I feel like I've been a slave to the grind. Oh man. So are you doing weights? Huh? You got the doc gave you the news. Okay, that's good. Man,
not heavy, just doing them.
No, so So but I had a rough week with it, dude. It's like I was able to maintain my diet really well. Been running my ass off at work, which was helpful. But I started taking this new metabolizer. Well, it's not new. I'd taken it in the past, but I put it back into the routine again because trying to get off, doing the Uncle Buck plan of some gradually coffee and that kind of stuff, right? So got to stagger my way back, from what does he do? He gives up cigarettes and goes to menthols, then he goes to cloves, and then he goes to cigars, and then chewing tobacco, and then he goes to the whatever.
That's it.
Got the metabolizers going. Also good for me though because it's an appetite suppressant. It's got some good vitamins in there and so on. But I forgot how potent they were. And so where it says take half the dosage if you're not accustomed to this level of caffeine or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I'm killing myself with caffeine, so I think I'm perfectly ready for this. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Feeling that, huh?
Oh man, it felt great. It felt great. Slow release into your system. It was amazing from about 2:30, 3 p.m. till about 4 to 6 a.m. It was fantastic. The house is clean. It's amazing.
A little bit of crack up in your diet, you're good.
Oh, absolutely. I did get a little drip.
Sleep's overrated.
I was concerned for a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, been rocking the 4 to 5 hours of a sleep routine. My rock from the smoke coming out of it is so upset with me.
Done.
Just like your sleep deficit is all of it.
Yep. You're screwed today.
No, totally. And I think that's how drug dealers get you hooked on crack. Because like with this, the only way I was going to survive the next day was to pop some more. I gotta keep the ride going.
Can't be falling asleep on the job now.
Oh, absolutely not, man. It's Christmas time in the restaurant business. Right. You got Christmas lunches and tell us all about it. And I'm like, I just want my pillow. But my eyes won't shut. All right. We did, however, have some viewers kick us in some questions here. So that's my crafty little segue. And then for those
like
of you, thank you. And for those of you, as you're staying tuned through the evening, we may have a guest appearance of yet another visit from not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, not Ryan Reynolds.
It's not going to be Ryan Reynolds. Hey, man, did you notice the credits last week? I snuck that in for like 2 seconds.
I did see that. I was waiting to see him.
It was all in the credits without Ryan Reynolds.
Without Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. All right, so I have in Murrieta, California, just outside of wine country in Southern California. Montana alumni to the Resoluters fold and a registered nurse. So,
love it.
Her question is, why do you recommend sitting in a kneeling position in the Resoluters group? We were talking about core strength and so on, a little discussion in the group on Facebook. The kneeling position is referred to as SESA. I think we might have discussed this with Jake Odenkrantz in our very first episode about SESA, outside giving you an opportunity to be in a relaxed position to meditate. Is that when sitting in that kneeling position, if you can think of a movie or whatever, when they're in the dojo, they're all going to be in that kneeling position. At some point, you guys can use your imaginations to hear. In that position, it's a trained skill set to rest your body's weight from the waist up on your spine. Forces gravity to pull your back into alignment. The longer you sit, the more of a benefit you get. And then, as you'll engage your core muscles, but as stabilizer muscles, just to keep your back straight. But the stretching of just sitting there, the stretching benefits of that is really what kicks in. Your lower back muscles, your quads, to a degree, your calves, all the little ligaments around your knees, which will probably be what you suffered first getting into this routine.
Yeah.
I remember back in the good old days of the Temple of the Full Autumn Moon, when it was still open in San Diego, they had samurai wars for the little kids class, where they would have to teach them to sit in Seiza, and they would have to, and maybe the grown-ups do this too, where we would have to do laps around the mat, around the practice mat, but you had to walk on your knees. So you couldn't stand up. You had to walk on your knees, or as if then you could into Seiza at any time, to build up endurance on your knees for extended periods of meditation and sitting in Seiza. Because that is the way you sit when you're in a lecture with your sensei.
That's right.
He gets caught up in telling a story about the good old days in the Navy. Your knees are crying. It's like, that. What does this have to do with martial arts? My knees are...
Right. Good stuff.
So that's it. Natural stretching for a fair amount that you don't normally get to stretch, and for your back's alignment.
There you go. And we do have a question
That's-
from the audience. First question is, what are some effective ways to create a caloric deficit and lose weight? And how can I incorporate exercise into my daily routine?
Oh, I'm going to let you tackle that one, and I'm going to see
So
where
let's
that
see.
button is.
Well, effective ways to create a caloric deficit and lose weight. Getting less calories and losing weight. Well, the first thing is portion size. That's, for me, that's the biggest thing. You know, you could have fatty foods, you could have foods that are, as long as you keep those calories down. Remember, portion size, palm of your hand size. For protein, you want to
Big
break
hand.
your plate up into three different sections for every meal. You're going to want 1/4 of your plate being your protein, which is going to be the serving size of your palm. You want the other one to be maybe some starches if you're going to have some of that, or some fruits, and then the bottom part's going to be your non-starch vegetables, taking up half your plate.
I concur with everything you just said. That's going to be a caloric deficit. Yeah, and if you use the right fibrous green vegetables and so forth, to Mr. Adams, then definitely help you on getting better use out of your squatty potty.
That's right. Lots of fiber, buddy.
Fiber, get it.
Get that fiber in there. Less sugars, more fiber. Let's do it.
Awesome.
And how can I incorporate exercise into my daily routine? Just figure it out. I mean, you could be at your desk. You could do stretches at your desk. You could do find little ways to stay active while you're at your desk. If you're like me and I work in a warehouse, I do laps around my warehouse. Keep it walking, keep going, get my steps in while you're going. It just depends on what you do and where you're at. And you could always incorporate some kind of exercises, even if it's just stretching. Getting those stretches in really help the body out.
I got to tell you, knowing that Geoffrey here works at his desk, I would have to say that he's kind of shake weighty. I can see Jeff rocking some shake weights. Yeah.
Get that sucker down, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be good.
Love it.
Oh,
what's your next question, sir?
In just a second. Yeah, next question. From am I skipping you or am I good?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay, cool. Okay, from Ray Clark in Houston, Texas. Welcome back to the questionnaires, Ray. Man, he went a little off the reservation. He is on color for a change. He's like, how would you guys feel about Resoluters, workout playlists in the group, or even the musicians posting content in the group? And yeah, man, I say more the merrier. I love the playlist thing because I feel like I've been putting my I feel like I've been playing the shit out of mine, and I need to mix it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think Ryan Reynolds broke a front tooth with his shake weight. It was terrible.
Not Ryan Reynolds did?
I'm looking at the little comment right here. I think that's where the gummy bear is going to go.
Man.
Where that missing tooth is.
That's where you put the gummy bears, buddy. Gotta love it.
Oh, so what's I gotta say here? What if I forced myself to walk 5 miles to get high first? Good plan. It's probably fun. Call it Zen mobility training.
Yeah. Love it.
All right.
I got a question from Simona Gellner here. Another Santana alum.
Who's that?
Simona Gellner. She was with us. She was my senior prom date.
Oh, shit.
So her question is, what are the two types of diabetes? And what's the difference between them? So you got type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is basically your pancreas does not create insulin. And type 2 diabetes is your pancreas does not make enough insulin. So that's the difference between type 1 and type 2. So type 1, your pancreas just isn't making anything. Type 2, you're not making enough.
Huh? I was not aware of that. What is what are some recommendations for people that have one or the other? I might type 2, and I know he was able to balance it out with diet.
Yes, and that's basically the biggest thing is diet and exercise. Those are your two things right there to tackle diabetes and to do it is your diet and your exercise. It doesn't mean you can't eat. People think diabetes, you can't eat sweets anymore. You can't do it. No, you have to just limit it and watch your intake, watch your sugars and all that. You got two types there. Also, you got your low blood sugar, which is your hypoglycemic, and your high blood sugar, which is your hyperglycemic. You got to watch those. Make sure you're not too low. I think it's under 70 is low for your blood sugar, and anything over 200 is high for blood sugar. So you got to watch those. I did have a diabetes class today.
I'm like, you're on top of this stuff.
I'm all over it. I'm like, oh, perfect. This is gonna be perfect for the show tonight.
A diabetic seminar on the I know I'm laughing and having fun with this, but honestly, this is very apropos for everything we usually go over here because as we talk about us old cats over 40, working on these things, insulin resistance is the number one thing that most people battle, especially if you haven't been working out for a while.
Exactly.
And diabetes and the one that's onset by poor diet, to answer Jeff's question here. With that being said, insulin management would be the key to all of this stuff. So all of that is great stuff, Jeff. What were you doing for this class?
Oh, well, because I was, I had my doctor recommended me this class because I was pre-diabetic. So she wanted me to get in the class and kind of get educated on diabetes and see where I'm at as far as my thing. And basically, I'm doing everything. What we're doing here is everything that they are teaching in the class too. And it's amazing.
Ooh,
portion size, exercise, making sure you stop smoking. Yeah, we're doing it, dude.
Nice. Fantastic. Shit.
Yep. We know our shit.
Yeah. And Wilford Brimley too. He's got a good call there, Jeff.
Diabetes.
Yeah. I always loved him in Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme with that crazy
I liked him in the Firm.
French accent. Yeah, there you go. Solid. Oh, when did we first see that guy? First time I saw what was it
Batteries Not Included?
Sitcom thing. I saw it when I was a kid. I didn't really get into that movie. I was like,
I want a T-shirt at the movie theater at AMC and CNT for that one.
That's cool.
That's all I remember from that movie. I don't remember the movie.
Man. That's a George Lucas movie, wasn't it? Some way, shape, or
Steven Spielberg?
There you go. That's what it was. Okay. From Santee, California.
Woo!
You're in Santee, California.
I am in Santee, California. Did I ask the question?
Yeah. So is there you go. Jeff Coy in Santee, California. You're like, you got my letter. Okay.
You got it.
That's a 94, Heather Ryan.
Oh.
Okay.
So Heather Ryan.
Yeah. What's up, Heather? So Heather asks, what is and she's seen the show clearly, a good G-rated couples exercise? Okay. So, yeah.
This is a good one.
She knows us. All right. So, I'm thinking walks in the park, hiking.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Those post-work, calm down, get your fresh air, get your sunshine in before you take your day out on each other kind of thing. That's pretty good. Get that connection with nature, mobility, at least a little bit of sunshine at the tail end of the day. That I think would be a great go-to. You guys are Mast Park. That would be my go-to. Or maybe some more, a little more pep in your step. Blue Rock out there by the high school.
Yeah.
A little hike in there,
Heck yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Mast Park's actually been redone recently, so they got a nice little exercise track that goes all the way around. You can do frisbee golf there too.
Frisbee golf, I love frisbee golf.
Yeah, Yeah, it's pretty cool,
Dude.
man.
That's a
And
blue
then also, that's a Mass Park.
Oh, Mass Park. Oh, dude, it's so massive now, right? There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's huge now. So they just redid that, and then also if you're looking for a little bit something more challenging, you can do Cowles Mountain. That's always fun to try to hike up that mountain there.
Cowles Mountain.
Look down on San Diego.
That's like that's in the whole county, right? And then the opposite side of Mission Gorge into the Mission Trails Park. That's like one of my favorite places.
Yes,
so many good memories there. And now that they closed down the 2-lane road that goes through Mission Trails Park, there's a lot of people walking and bike riding. I remember I cruised out there during the pandemic, and I walked the trails and the road through Mission Trails Park. Jen Collier and I always, because she used to live right across the street from Mission Trails Park, right? After high school and what have you. But I developed a bit of a reputation for racing our cars through Mission Trails Park before they put all those speed bumps and everything in there. So there's one or two car accidents. No one died, but we learned how to fishtail in Mission Trails. Going through around the ravines. That was stupid, but ballsy. It was that. Think of the All right.
That's perfect.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Good question, Heather.
Excellent.
All right. Jeff is still satisfied with Wilford Brimley.
Yes, he's good.
All right. And I think we've got an open question to us from Debbie Morrow.
Hello, Debbie.
Another Santana alumni.
I saw her at the reunion.
Oh, right on. Cool. From
Alpine, good people.
Alpine, California, where she calls home. I lived in Alpine for our freshman year. Nasser Hell and I used to go hiking out there. To bring. Oh, you know what? Oh man, no wonder he's on my mind. I saw a post this evening, and I didn't even have a chance to read it enough to see what art form it was in. But Nasser Hellowa got his black belt today. So
what?
Shout out to Nas. Congratulations, Nas.
Right on.
Very proud of him. And also, I seconds I saw right before I got online here. And he has a red gi, which makes me think of Ken from Street Fighter. So I'm automatically jealous right away.
Ryuken!
Absolutely. It was great. So yes, congratulations, Nasser. I love you. It's fucking badass. And then, okay, back to Debbie Morrow. Okay, to the audience, to us, whatever. Do you recommend swimming, and why? This, Jeff.
Swimming? Excellent exercise. Absolutely great exercise for you to get in that pool, and it's a great workout without running and damaging your legs or any of that stuff. The swimming really does great for your core, for your body.
I concur. It's joint friendly. The buoyancy of the water supports you getting if you're not, or if you want to go for an endurance workout, again, supporting your body and all those makes it lesser impact. So yeah, low impact. I love the fact that it teaches you breath control. Breathing is a very important part of staying healthy, and that deep breathing is a value. So yeah, I'd say that. Otherwise, though,
100%.
Bikinis, one piece. So I recommend all that stuff. I mean, pretty good. What do you? How about you, Joe? Board shorts or speed?
Oh, I'm wearing my board shorts right now. Board shorts, baby. Now, I know Mr. Sinatra is a banana hammock kind of guy out there in the pool.
I bet Sinatra's rocking some Speedos.
I bet she's rocking them right now. He's typing about Wilford Brimley. He's wearing his Speedos.
With 2 holsters for his shake weights.
Knocking his teeth out.
Levels in his gummy bears. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Don't forget that cup, buddy. Jesus. Someone's going to end up knocking on heaven's door. All right. My final question we have from Christina Jennings in Melbourne, Florida. So, hello, welcome to the Resoluters, one of our new members. And she's taken the reins over from Ray Clark. Do you recommend pole dancing as a workout? One, absolutely yes. Just for all the obvious reasons.
I recommend it.
Dude, absolutely. I think it's great. No,
you want to see me?
I'm sure it's a sight to see. It's a true spectacle. But great for cardio, core strength, overall conditioning. Use all the little muscle groups and the major muscle groups. And maybe most importantly, developing a true love for 80s hair bands. Because, I mean, I don't think you can do pole without kicking in some Def Leppard, Poison, Guns N' Roses, Cinderella, all that kind of stuff.
Gotta have it.
It's inspirational.
Yep. Gotcha. Hot for Teacher. Gets them on
the God damn, you're right. That's some fond memories.
My girlfriend's a preschool teacher, so I always say that too. I say I'm hot for teacher.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. Good times.
I can't ever forget Mr. Wow. I'm glad I almost read that out loud.
Oh, man.
He is a dirty, dirty felony.
He sure is.
Fucking, what did that take? 30 seconds? Right off the rails. We're done. Over.
Call it a day.
All right, so a link. We'll see what we can get out of this, and then questions are over.
Dig it.
I got better at those.
Really good. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I don't have to default to the seashell. All right. Mom spaghetti.
Oh, Lord.
Mom spaghetti. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, Lord.
Mom spaghetti. That's my favorite line from that song. God, if he really owns a weight. Oh, man.
What are we looking at?
Isn't that shake weight? You're not attention.
I don't know what that is.
He's in there.
Mom spaghetti?
I'll come back to him.
Sounds good.
So, yeah. We should actually. I mean, now if I would have, maybe for next time, actual commercial for.
I like it weights. For shake weight. Dig it. Remember those old ones? Those old ones that used to say like you'd wear a blender on your head, and it's like it gets its energy from the sun.
Oh, what the hell?
You ever see that? Back in the 80s, they used to have those commercials that like you could phone in and get some ads seen on TV. Yeah. And Weird Al Yankovic used to do parodies of
it. What was the QRC or QR something?
Oh, yeah.
QVC. Dude, the amount of people that I've met that over the years had admitted being addicted to that show, I'm like, what?
My aunt. I used to go over to her house, and she would be watching that and buying off of it. And I'm like, what is this? It's terrible, dude.
It's like you don't know what they sell, but you're just so captivated to find out what the next piece of shit is they're going to put up in front of you.
And you're going to buy it because there's only 10,000.
There's only 10,000 Casio watches with a calculator on it. And then
you better buy them now.
Quick, Costco's going to snatch them all up.
That's right.
Geez. All right. What else we got going on? Yeah. Did you see the whiskey picture on the credits tonight?
I didn't. I missed the whiskey picture.
I have an Instagram page that I haven't maintained, but I have had a lot of content for. We used to do a lot of photo shoots for restaurants and that. So that being said, we got some cool whiskey stuff. So we can talk about some whiskey.
I
I'll
like
drink it as a part of
my,
kind of lifestyle. All right,
my diabetes counselor was telling me that that whiskey is okay for
It's
diabetics.
okay? Wow.
Just not the honey kind,
Oh,
which is
no
my
shit.
favorite. Which is my favorite.
Oh man, I made a pretty good cocktail with Jack Honey back in the day. It's called it Sweet Tea.
Yeah.
What do we call it? No, we call it Jackson. But it was a mason jar. He was like an Arnold Palmer with whiskey and Grand Marnier.
Man, I found one a few weeks ago. My friend Candy, we went out for a birthday like 3-4 months ago, and she had a whiskey tasting. It was at a whiskey tasting down in downtown, and she had this cherry oak whiskey that was phenomenal. I guess you can only buy it like Michigan. I've been looking for it.
Like cherry cask.
Oh yeah, it was good. I got to remember the name of it. I'm gonna drop the name. Let me see if
Oh man, pull it up. I mean, that'd be cool. I want to check that out.
So good.
Man, when I really just been having to get up too early in the morning, so I try not to. And also with us doing this stuff, I try not to tempt myself. But like my daily drinker, man, that I love forever was Glenmorangie Scotch, but in the Quinta Ruban cask. So it was in the port cask.
Ooh,
damn!
I believe
just
that.
Neat, good, worth everything. Actually, I think that's the bottle we picked up when I was out there in Tucson. So yeah.
Oh no kidding.
Yeah. It was funny. We went in his neighborhood, and he had they actually had a pretty decent selection.
Go down here.
Jeff, I hit you in the private chat. You know.
Jeff with one F.
Jeff, I know. I got a sense of humor. Come on.
You do, buddy.
Now it really is Geoff.
Geoffrey.
Like Geoff Tate.
We go back to August.
Former lead singer of Queensryche.
Oh, Queensryche. I haven't heard Queensryche in forever.
Sweet. Dude, they have a new album that came out this year that it's the best I've heard in a decade.
Really?
The new lead singer up there from Crimson Glory. But yeah. It's solid. The only like deviation from the which is they covered Rebel Yell by Billy Idol, and on that they stayed true to the original material, so it doesn't really match the rest of the album, but it's pretty good. Welcome to the show.
Sounds good.
Mr. Sinatra.
There he is.
Ryan Reynolds.
Not Ryan Reynolds is here.
What's up, bitches?
What's up, bitches?
What's going on? No. My new name is Mom Spaghetti.
Mom Spaghetti. I love it. I was talking a second ago when I saw that pop up.
I was feeling cold. I was feeling cold the other day, and I had my ski cap on, and I was like, I need a hoodie, and so I went to Ross because I'm a baller, and $15 hoodie. Spun around. Yeah, and my daughter says, "Yo, 1 2 1 2. You better lose yourself in the moment. Shut the fuck up. You did not.
Better never let it go.
That's older than you are." She's like, "Yeah, but it's good." I said, "You get to be in the will. You get everything." So I took a picture and I sent it to my son, who was at home waiting. And I just said, "Mom Spaghetti," and he goes, "Ah!" That's hilarious. That's coming from a 19-year-old. So, I got points.
You raised him
So,
well.
there we go.
Dude, I didn't even think of this until recently when I saw, I don't know, it was a TikTok video. That was Mackie. The Falcon was the guy that Eminem was squaring off with in 8 Mile.
Oh, no way. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was.
I was like, what?
And then,
He's all.
who was the guy with the dreadlocks? Mekhi Phifer, right?
Yeah.
You know what? He recorded that jam on set. So they were filming, and he brought along a little portable studio that he made. It was a trailer that you pull behind a truck, basically. Not big at all. Just in case.
Just in case.
And you want a Oscar-winning song to come out of your trailer behind your truck. He went in and pulled it off. And he said it was kind of like one hit, quit, and just go. And it was done. It was in the bag, and I think he did the verses and the hook all at once. They went back and remixed it with the right beats. And he said, "There you went. And I won an Oscar." I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
He's the GOAT.
That is awesome, man. He's like the Rocky of our generation with that shit.
I'm talking about Marshall Mathers, in case you guys were not sure.
Oh, M?
For all you
M. Yeah. So what's going on? You guys losing weight? You getting swole? Like, what's happening?
We are.
Yeah, man.
Losing weight and getting swole.
Button my suit jackets again. I'm looking at this bottle you sent me, Coy, and I've never had this whiskey, nor have I ever seen it.
Yeah, it's a bourbon. So, but it's delicious.
So weight loss tip. Why is it that you can have the straight bourbon, but you can't have bourbon honey, bourbon, like any of the mixes, like the
for diabetics?
Yeah.
Even if you're not.
They said it's the sugars, the excess sugars that they put in there, like the Tennessee honey. There's extra sugar going in there.
Yeah. So here's the trick. I learned this years ago. If you're at
Water.
80 proof or above, your body will process it differently. Now, if you're doing ketosis, you're going to get into ketosis. No alcohol for 2 weeks is the best way to go. Get yourself into a rhythm where your liver is starting to convert your fat into sugars in order for you not to die a wicked brain death.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're going to incorporate alcohol back into the plan, then you want to be at 80 proof or above. And so at 80 proof or above, at that point, the sugar alcohols are negligible on your blood sugar levels spiking. At 70 proof or 35% alcohol or lower, then it's at that level because of the added sugar, syrups, etc. So it could be flavored at 80 and you're good. So if you get Chivas Regal apple and it's at 80 proof, you're good. Chivas honey, 80, good.
Oh.
Southern Comfort at 80 or 100, good. Southern Comfort at 70, bad. So 80 is your benchmark.
No, that's a great point.
Your body processing, a monoethylene glycol versus your body trying to process glucose.
So this bourbon that I sent off, the Traverse City American Cherry, it's 43% alcohol, so 86 proof. Perfect. So we're good to go.
Good. You're at 96. Yeah. 96 proof. So no problem with the ketosis.
Yeah, and then Jeff, Mom Spaghetti here is piggybacking off you, Coy, that your Jack Honey is 70 proof. Into what your
there it is.
Nutritionist / doc was talking about.
That's what she was saying. Yeah.
Your guys' conversation. So yeah.
This is where my being in love with the Socratic method my entire life would piss people off. I would lose friends. My mother would tell me to shut the fuck up. But I always ask why. Like, why?
Carol's a nice lady.
You can tell me. Yeah, she is.
Well, aren't you glad you asked why? Now you can come on the Resoluters and tell us why.
You can tell me the truth, and that's cool. But if I don't understand why it's a truth, then I have a hard time owning it as one of mine. So if you can explain the why behind it, I can own it. And it was actually this was nuts. First time I went on a low carb was I think I must have been with Lisa. So this was 1998, 99. I'd gotten my big booty up to like 270 pounds, and the
Dude,
Atkins
Becky had a
diet
big old butt.
yeah, the big old butt. The Atkins diet was popular, so I like things that make me not have to think about. I don't want to. I don't want to have to think about what I have to eat. I just want to think about what I can avoid.
Yeah.
Right. So give me like round numbers. Give me base concepts. Like give me a benchmark, 80 or above. Cool, I can handle that. I'm just looking for that mark now. That's it. I'm looking for 80. That's my answer. I don't want to have to read labels and fucking freak out about stuff. So when I read the Atkins plan, it was like protein good, vegetables good, most cheeses not good,
Yeah.
hard cheeses are okay. The harder the cheese, the better. It has less um, like rennet, and it has so therefore it has even though it's high in fat, it's high in sugar because of how it's processed. The softer the cheese, the worse. The harder the cheese, the better. That's okay.
Interesting.
That
I
makes
can eat
me feel
Parmesan
better
cheese.
about
I
Parmesan.
can eat any
Yeah.
vegetable except for corn because corn is a grain.
Mm-hmm.
I can eat any leafy vegetable. I can't eat starchy vegetables, and I can't eat super sweet vegetables. In my brain, that's a tomato, that's a corn. Take the sweet stuff out, put the bland stuff in. I can eat that. I said, cool. I can all day long. I can eat chicken, pork, fish, ribs. Keep the sauce off, season it with dry seasoning. Cool, I can do that. I liked the idea because it just simplified my life. I knew what to avoid. If it came at me, I just ducked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, not that one, not that one. I got
Bob
my
and
80 proof comfort. I got a steak. I got a salad, and maybe some cream spinach. A little risky depending on how it's made, but
Yeah.
there you go. Like it became very simple, and I lost. I don't know. I lost like 30 pounds in them the first month, and then I lost 20 pounds in the second month, and then I just kept it off. And I was like, so my life is just like porterhouse steaks, salads, and like this is not bad. The
Yeah.
headache, the headache, and the fatigue 2 weeks in sucked. 10 days in, and I read the warning. It said you're going to be at 20 carbs or below for the first 2 weeks, no alcohol. You're going to go through withdrawals of every kind, and it's going to suck.
Yeah.
Like, well, luckily I've been a drug addict my whole life, so I have gone through withdrawals of something. So I know what that feels like. It sucks, but it goes away. Guys,
Now, that
I'm
was
joking.
when that
I've never
book
been a
came
drug addict.
out.
It was Oxycontin. It was
I
prescribed.
knew he was just going to sub out.
It was prescribed.
The 90s. I
Yeah.
remember when it first came out. I remember going out.
So
I was reading that in conjunction with some other stuff. I
Atkins
had
is
good
written in the
experience.
book.
What's that?
I read all the forewords on it because I was curious where he came up with it. And Dr. Atkins wrote in the foreword that he took this from the U.S. Army, who had done studies on how to simplify and turn on the metabolism from a fat storer to a fat burner. And they knew the science, and the science was old. He said, I did not make this. It's called the Dr. Atkins diet because I'm the one who is repitching something that has already existed since the 1940s. And I said, oh, that's cool. And then, so I mean, that's science. I mean, it's the Army.
Jeff,
Think about it. You get a bunch.
I mean, I'm sure that wasn't categorically for. Does this tie into what?
Right, wherever, right? So
yeah, no, I'm saying like, did
you
you
got a bunch of
experience?
fat boys in your core.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
fat
it
boys
was-
in your core. You want to slim them down quick. They were like, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, fuck the food pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
We need these boys to lose some weight because once they're out of boot camp, if they can't go get through it all, we can't keep them.
Mm-hmm.
So sure enough, all right, you got leafy green vegetables. You've got protein. Eat it. Go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And everyone, you hear boot camp stories, and you always think about how like, you see it in movies, or you hear how rough and tough it is, and the challenge of going through it. I can't lie. Now at this age, when I think about boot camp, I'm like, so I don't have to go to any other job for 3 months You're going to tell me what I have to do to work out every day, so I get a dedicated personal trainer, and you're going to cook all my shit. And I definitely get to go to bed and get my rest.
You're going to have to go to prison. You're gonna have to commit a felony. Actually, you're a cisgender white male heterosexual who's in his late 40s.
I can commit a felony and be tough for me to get in. I'm as Aryan as it gets.
You're gonna have to go to jail. You're gonna have to commit 3 felonies back to back in order to get that sort of treatment.
Are you sure you do?
Maybe a federal crime, but they're gonna let you off the first 3 times because you're an asset to society.
Yeah.
You're a taxpayer and you're white. They're like, well. Just say something about trans people when you have a Biden-appointed judge, and there you go. They'll throw the bucket.
There we go.
Just don't be woke. Well,
So
sir,
yeah,
why did you beat that little old lady again after you got out of jail?
That's why when I went in the Marines, I was 137 pounds, and I came out 165 pounds of pure muscle. When I came out, it was beautiful.
Yeah, man. I didn't recognize
nothing
you.
more motivating than that fear.
Yeah, it was everything.
So Jeff, you're on. We're talking about all this stuff. Are you looking to get into doing some shit? Are you going to really get by a shake weight? Are you going to start working on the acting side?
My mother bought it for me because I enjoyed the commercial so much that I was constantly making jokes. And then I got a hold of a small shake weight from work, and I brought it to my mom's house, of course. And I showed her how it worked, and then I took pictures of her, a video of her doing it. And my dad laughed. I was like, "She's a keeper, Pop. She's a keeper." And then she's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
Is this how you do it, John?
Yeah. Well, you don't need 2 hands with him, Mom. So, for Christmas that year. Sure,
oh God!
I got a full-grown shake weight, like the big one. Yeah, she's like, I paid $80 for that. That's a punchline.
That's good stuff.
I shouldn't have got you a screaming rubber chicken for Mother's Day, I guess. Oh well. I hid it under her side of the bed so it would scream when she got into the bed. Yeah, and I wasn't living in the state at the time, so
that's amazing.
Yeah, I literally have flown to my parents' house back in the day. I would fly to my parents' house from Arizona just to pull a prank. They wouldn't. I no longer lived in the state, and I was still effing with them. I got a buddy to pick me up, park down the street, hide the car just in case. I broke in through my old bedroom window. I'm like, I'm going to go to jail. And I waited in my mom's bedroom.
Shot.
I waited in my mom's bedroom, and the entire length of the bedroom was all closets on the left side. And I used to hide just inside the closet. So when she walked by, I go, boo. She would jump off the ground.
Give her a heart attack.
Have a panic attack. Yeah, so I paid like $300 in plane tickets just to do that to her. Like That's 2 years after I left the state.
That's awesome.
She's like, I knew it was you.
We didn't actually.
I knew it was you right when my head hit the ground. I saw your face. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I had to call the paramedics. That was a bad idea.
We were going to. Do you guys remember Travis Brown from high school?
I remember Travis Brown.
Yep.
Okay, so we were actually planning. I was planning a surprise birthday for him one year, which we've all flying back to San Diego to do this. We were gonna try to stage with a group of all of us friends being in on it, like a birthday party for him. But we're like, he would view down, like at the different places we stopped at as we were hopping around from a bar to a restaurant or shit.
Yeah,
it would make him feel like he was really in. Oh, what?
It's going to be happening. It's going to be live. It's performance art.
Oh, yeah.
Performance art.
But we were going to actually abduct him through the course of the evening where he's like in a sack in a trunk of somebody's car.
You're my boy, Blue.
But people were involved that didn't know. Like, there was a good 6 weeks of planning that went into this. We're like, this is getting out of hand. He's going to lose his shit and beat the fuck out of somebody.
Have a heart attack.
That's amazing.
But
love
I
it.
think,
Good
proper
stuff.
planning, we could have pulled it off really well.
There
Yeah.
we go. I got my blunt.
Get your blood.
Perfect for a health show.
I have some scotch.
I love scotch.
Scotchy to scotch.
I love scotch. Scotch.
Fucking
There goes down into my belly.
Down in my belly. Mm-mm-mm.
Or it's iced tea. Well, whatever.
Or it's iced tea.
Could be a
Either
good
way.
scotch. Maybe a good one.
It
Dude,
would be.
what's your showed us the new one? What's your all-time favorite scotch that you like, Coy, that you dig into?
Ooh.
Or maybe one did you just really talked about the cherry cask? I don't know what else got. What are you drinking?
Yeah,
while sitting there?
that's. I really like a good. I like Proper 12. I think Proper 12 tastes delicious for whiskey. As
It's
far
Irish
as
whiskey.
scotch goes,
It's counter.
as scotch
Conor
goes,
McGregor.
yeah, that is. And I haven't drank a lot of scotch. I've had Johnny Walker, but I really like the Black Label. I thought the Black Label was very smooth going down.
I guess I said scotch, but I meant whiskeys. It could be
Okay.
bourbon, scotch.
Browns. You down with the brown?
Yeah. So as far as whiskey goes, yeah, Proper 12 is, I think, one of my favorites out there. It's
Look that up
very,
too.
very smooth. Yeah.
What the fuck is proper?
Irish whiskey is good because they tend to have they have a little bit of it's not quite bog peat, but it's got a little bit of earthiness to it.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit, and then
Okay.
it's a smooth, sweet finish.
Yep.
Quite easy to drink.
That's delicious. I've had the Japanese. I've had a Japanese whiskey that I thought was really good. I can't remember the name of it.
From
They
Suntory.
make good Japanese. They're making good scotch.
It is from Suntory.
Traditional like barrels, and they get the peat from Scotland, I think, and then they make it in their own. It seems like it's cheating. That's like saying Japan is making
They can't.
bourbon.
They're making can't call
They're
it
making
scotch.
bourbon and champagne. Right.
Yeah.
Not the right region, but
The
yeah, I've had Santori.
it was kind of wild. And I've hosted some dinners with the different whiskeys they had. The I like the story behind how they got started, where this the distiller, the guy, to a really wealthy family, and so they started the distillery with this vision in mind, long term, of making whiskey. They just wanted to be able to level up against Scotland, and so they ran that business for over 40 years at a loss. 40 years at a loss, just to piss the money away and keep trying out different recipes and aging and the
That's
casks and that
crazy.
kind of stuff. And then they got pretty close to accomplishing their mission. So now it's the most sought after brand of whiskey in the world, and it's been the hardest for some time. They have a variety of different flavor profiles, but I just love that. We're like, yeah, man, I married up so well. Piss her money away for
Piss
40
all that money off.
and now we're rich again.
Yeah.
And we're like 85 years old.
Yes, we finally hit it.
we finally figured it out, Margaret.
We did it.
Maggie.
Maggie.
Hey,
Like, we can't make enough of the shit to sell anymore. Yeah. I like that. I like peated whiskey. I like peated scotch. I like that Ardbeg. You guys ever had Ardbeg?
Oh, Ardbeg. I have had that.
Yeah, I love that one.
Penis scotch.
Glenfiddich.
And then
Glenfiddich.
peated. Kiddick's a good standby.
I like
Alvini makes a bunch of good ones.
Alcantoshan.
Auchentoshan's good.
What'd you say?
Good
Oh,
I
Zoot.
like Alcantoshan quite a bit.
God bless you.
I like a
like
Highland single malt or Lowland blends are good.
Mhm.
Every now and then, like you get a good Isle or Islay Scotch that comes in with a good amount of peat.
Yeah.
But to me,
What
like
was that? You ever had
I wanted to
anything
taste
from?
like a swamp.
Right.
I want it to taste like a swamp ass. I want it
Oh,
to taste
swamp
like I need
minus
to
the
get
ass.
like a shot afterwards.
Swamp ass.
I want to drink scotch and make me remember what chlamydia smells like.
Can't blame him for that when he's bound to have PTSD.
Yeah.
Shit, that's disgusting.
Or what it's like to spend
I'm trying to think.
too much time in the desert, afraid to take a shower with all the other boys. That smell. Right.
Good talk. Now, is it Lafroig Cardew, something like that? They have a peated whiskey, but literally it's like peat, dirty Band-Aid, and like bacon. That's like the finishing taste
sounds
on it with all the.
That sounds fantastic. I really need that in my life.
Yeah, it sounds like a chemical fire in a car. Yeah.
Would let me know if you guys want me to introduce you to some technology that I discovered recently that you could be useful with what you guys are doing, and or just awesome. Has to do with robots or artificial intelligence, but just let me know. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm down, but I got to deal just because I have to be at a class in the morning. So our show usually runs about an hour, and we're close to that.
You have class?
I have it. Well, that's assuming things, but no. But I have a seminar for work that I have to go to. It's a 3-hour thing. I have to
just for the two of you, I'll drop it in the inbox.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, let me look at it.
It's artificial intelligence chat that they have been running for, I don't know, years now. And you can ask it anything. And it's not connected to the internet.
Weird.
So it only knows what it knows based on conversations that it's been having. It's pretty phenomenal.
Huh. Okay,
and then I actually, Jeff, Coy, I made the AI make you some pictures tonight.
Oh.
But I can just send them to you. It's fine.
Okay. Is it pictures of me?
The descriptor I put in was Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine Desert wearing San Diego Chargers uniform colors, holding a lightsaber and a football. 3D render 8K, highly detailed Mos Eisley Spaceport and Jack Murphy Stadium in the background with two suns setting on the horizon, dragging a sled of dead Oakland Raiders behind him. That's what I told him.
I'm going to frame that picture.
I have several. So
I just want the text that you punched in, everything you just said. That's fucking
amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. This is like the more detail, the better. I'm like, I gave it detail until it ran out.
That's fucking great.
I have a ton of pictures. My boss likes the Jaguars, and so I had the same and Star Wars. So I had the same setup for him with who's the Indian the Colts, their mascot,
Colts.
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue is like a monster, but it's technically a horse.
Yeah, it's the blue
horse. I got in there. There's one with like Carolina Panther helmets from decapitated Jedi all over the field, as well as him riding Blue, the mascot for the Colts, like a tauntaun.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and it's amazing. You just tell it what to do, and it goes out. It sorts it out. It's like, here you go. How's this? And you're like, not bad.
I need this in my life.
That's awesome. I gotta check that out.
All right, Mom Spaghetti.
Yes, and Jeff, hey, thanks earlier for the quips back and forth on the Ethernet cable. Coy hasn't looked as our past episodes because I had some sound issues. I don't know how often I've had sound issues tonight.
Yeah.
But
a couple times, but nothing bad.
Walking me through some. I'm trying to speak slower. That seems, I think, to help a little bit. And I've done some things on my end to try to increase the competency of the gear that I'm using. But I think Jeff gave me the simplest fucking solution on time. Just plug the Ethernet cable directly into my tower instead of Wi-Fi. Tower's right
Wi-Fi. There. You need for video and voice over internet protocol. You need a stronger signal It's funny because that's literally what I do for a living is help companies with transmitting that sort of data. And they're like, I don't know, their voice drops all the time and they can't hear me. And I'm like, are you on a landline like you're supposed to be? What's that? No, I'm on Wi-Fi or I'm on my hotspot on my phone. Yeah, that could be an issue. Could be an issue.
I did a test.
No one expected voice internet to go over the internet at the same time.
Than my computer.
Your phone is often stronger. I've actually thought about getting a 5G hotspot and just run my system off of that. It's actually stronger.
Yeah, I did a plank with myself on my phone and on my laptop, and my phone was great. And I just was trying to test through to see what the issues were, and I'm like, God damn it, I ain't on my computer. But
yeah, it's all connectivity. Yeah, you can buy a 5G router from your provider for nothing. It's cheap.
I have to go through the shopping list. I go through the message that you sent me again. I have to get the Ethernet cable that I thought I had pitched it after moving it to 4 homes without needing it. But I'm going to check those boxes. That seems pretty simple.
Instacart, dude, they'll deliver anything these days. I had Instacart deliver Becky some sequin shoes that she wanted from Walmart. She's like, yeah, they were kind of expensive. They're at Walmart. What are you talking about expensive?
They were over $5.
They're like $40 and they're Steve Madden's. I'm like, well, look at that.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I guess he's done.
I think we lost him. I didn't kick him out.
There. I guess he's done. There he is.
Yo, Mama Spaghetti.
Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah, so Madden's. I was like, I wonder if Instacart will deliver shoes.
And they did, huh?
Well, let me tell you, gentlemen, if I was 500 miles closer, I would have been thanked in person instead of over the phone.
Well, good job. I was talking to Coy about this before he went
live. Don't have anything for Christmas.
There you go. Double tap it right
Christmas now. Present.
Get all the mileage out of it that you can. I want to do our musical guest real quick here, and then we'll jump back in because this was a lot of fun.
Let's do it.
Sinatra, our musical guest, Larry Antonino. And here's a picture of Larry and Tom Hanks in That Thing You Do, where he was the Wolfman. So that'll be fun. I want to have this one good for. I think Daniel will dig this. Just the style of their sound. Larry's played with bands like Asia. Yes. He's got a whole for a long time.
So they got that super tight. Could play well with synthesizers sort of sound.
He could, but he's more like a classic jazz blues bass player. But he's diverse. I think he plays everything. Because now I know I just saw recently, and to give a shout out to Larry and give him a plug, he's studio. He's helping other people record their albums in Agoria, California. So we'll touch base on that again here a little more later. But we'll just plug it now and say thanks to Larry. Huh?
What's his name again?
Larry Antonino.
I'm going to check him out.
Yeah.
On it.
So I'm going to plug his track here real quick. I'm going to do a little share screen stuff.
Check it out.
And get him rocking and rolling. And it made me think of Daniel right away, that this would be his kind of deal that he'd
So his little pitchy off key.
No.
He's all hard. I love the man. He's tone deaf though.
And that's his wife, who's also a musician.
Yes. They dedicated their son.
That's a $3,800 drum pad.
I believe that we can go the distance.
And it's him singing.
Haven't tried a time or two. Now I'm on at least resistance since I met you out of the blue.
That's the bass pedal. A lot of that.
I search within my love
Having
to
to finish.
find you. Now nothing in this world can keep me down.
Kenny Loggins-esque.
When I thought I was
Yeah.
out of second
Very yacht hockey.
Yes, I can hear that. Yeah.
there's you.
High tenor.
Came to me out of the blue. I must admit I didn't see this coming. Such a vision, you're a dream come true.
Eastbound and down.
Got me flying high above the mountains since I found you out of the blue. 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 Out of the blue.
Bravo.
Nice.
Well done. Mark, you're on mute.
Mark, what'd you do?
Turn it off mute. Okay, yeah, I was just saying, as soon
There
as
it
I was listening to that, as soon as I heard that, I was just thinking of Daniel. I was like, that's so his jam.
That is his. I can see him playing piano for that jam.
Absolutely. That would have been really cool. I'd be surprised if he knew who Larry was. But check this out real quick. This is just through. I just put it on mute so y'all can see it. But this is the walkthrough of Larry's studio. Just showing all the stuff we got available. Different clients to come in and do what they do and that kind of stuff. So lots of fun.
That's super cool.
So congratulations, Larry.
Good job, Larry.
Sweet.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
dude.
I only saw him from a distance, but he reminded me of Danny McBride, and I want to hang out and be friends with Danny McBride, especially from Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, especially Eastbound and Down.
Most beautiful mullet in the world.
Or even,
Easy vibe.
what was it? This is the End? You guys ever seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
I posted it up if you want to view. Again, I'm not wearing my glasses. I just saw from a distance, but he looked like he was all like business up front, party in the back. You can go to church with that thing. I like it.
I can get a pic up here real quick.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, Resoluters.
So this is why you don't have friends there, Mom Spaghetti. You make fun of everyone. So my cousin, my last unmarried cousin, sends me it.
There you go.
My
That's
sister and I.
there's you can see him very much in that video. But that's what Larry looks like.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Kind of looks like Daniel right there.
So put Danny McBride into that.
The Danny McBride.
Dope. That thing is
Yeah, I
he's a
love
handsome
He's
man.
Down and Down. I love that show. I
Handsome
think I got
man.
hooked on Danny McBride in a Tropic Thunder.
Thunder. I forgot about that one.
Could be worse.
Pops out of nowhere and he's just like, big titties, and like throws his flamethrower out. I'm like,
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Fuck was
So my
Tom
youngest,
Cruise
my
in the
youngest
fat
cousin,
suit doing the dance?
Oh God!
Diet
my
Coke.
youngest cousin Heather sends my sister and I Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, oh, Heather Adams. I'm like, oh, youngest cousin means I think I was like 15 when she was like 1. So how old would that make her? I'm 48, 49, 48, 49. Go back
So
15 years.
14 years younger.
32, something like that. Is that how that works? 33. So she's a little awkward. You know, we never really expected her to find a man, settle down, find anything, settle down. So we get a messenger asking for her. Well, it just says like I don't see specifically what it's for. Just like, hey guys, is what I see on the messenger. We don't talk often.
Yeah.
Like even on Messenger, I think like 1998, like my grandmother died, our grandmother died. Then my dad died 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and then that's about it. So, and the only Adams cousins we have 2, Heather, Kimberly, and then there's Jenny, Reagan, myself. That's it. That's the whole family. That's it in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking one of 2 things. Uncle Steve died. That's gonna suck. That's my dad's youngest brother.
Mm-hmm.
Dad's oldest brother, Ralph. He's a multimillionaire that I'm in the will for. He doesn't have any kids to tell me he died. So I was thinking that something bad. My heart sunk. It really did. And I was like, ugh, I hope it's not one of those stories because that's awful. Or maybe she's getting married.
Yeah.
So far, it's been funerals. The only time we've talked to each other. And I open it up, and thankfully, she's like, "Hey, I'm getting married. Can I get your guys' addresses?" I'm like, "Why are you getting married at my house?" Strange.
Okay.
So I was like, "Hey, congratulations! You know, like I'm excited for her." I don't know. I said some cute things, and I told her. I said, "Hey, I'll be honest with you. I thought either one of your folks died, or it's the end of your life as you know it, and you're getting married." I'm glad it was Uncle Steve and Aunt Shirley. She's like, "I'll tell my parents you're thinking about them." Good. So I said, "So who's the lucky guy?" And she sends me a photo of them, and I was typing some other pithy, funny thing, and then I said, "Oh, tall, dark, and handsome. You hit the trifecta."
That's crazy.
My family's from Arkansas, Missouri, and they're all in Missouri.
Missouri.
He's tall, dark, and handsome. His name is James.
There it is.
And I said, I can't wait to come visit my brother, cousin, and get to know him. And then I was going to say, I can't believe that didn't kill your parents. Do they know? Have you told them? I know they're racist. They don't care. They're old.
You're going to have it at the Klan rally. You're going to do wedding at the Klan rally.
God.
But I just left it at that. I was like, I said, I'll be honest with you, his beard is intimidating me. He's got a nice beard.
He's got a good beard.
Yeah, so, but I'm happy for you. didn't realize. I forgot how short you are. But I bet you're wider than you used to be. All right. Peace out, cuz. Talk to you later. All right.
This guy.
Good shit.
Okay, I'll take one.
Well, on that note, I got to get up and cut you
Yeah, I gotta get to bed.
beautiful ladies loose.
Mom Spaghetti, thanks for having me. Sorry.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for the input on, and thanks for tech support.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
all
You know what? There was
I want to check out this stuff.
one last tag, if you wouldn't mind, on the Atkins plan, and I meant to bring it up, and I'm sorry we got diverted. When I had read the history of it, years later, I was going through my grandmother's stuff after she passed away, and she had a bunch of her recipe books. And I was like, wow, Grandma never cooked anything from scratch. This is weird. And her recipe books were all like magazine cutouts from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man,
like,
that was the thing.
Chef
My
Boyardee
mom did the
meals
same
and
shit.
au gratin
Good
potatoes with hamburger. I was like, all that crap, the horrible stuff that the post-depression era people ate, which was garbage.
Yeah.
No wonder they all died young. There's a reason.
Velveeta Cheetos. Yeah, that is.
Nothing wrong with that, sir.
Exactly. It was all clippings. There was like one handwritten recipe, and it was like somebody else's clipping that she wrote it from. But one of the best finds that I had, and I kept it for years, and when I got divorced, my ex threw away 25 years worth of Stephen King first editions.
Oh, good God, no.
And that. Yeah, and this book. I was in the Stephen King Book of the Month Club, so I got the first editions hermetically sealed.
I remember when those came out. And that was a thing.
They were in the garage, and my new guy needed a place for his guns, so I threw them away.
Wow.
Anyway, no big deal. 30 years. It was 30 years. So the book that I found was one of those dime store books. It was you used to get them at the checkout counter. So they were like a 1/4 size little flip book. It was green, and it had that great like artwork of a woman. It looked like Warden Beaver, and Ward had his pompadour, and Beaver, or not Warden Beaver, Warden June. June had her apron and her dress, and she was serving her husband a cocktail after work, like she should. And the book was The Drinking Man's Diet. The Drinking Man's Diet. Yeah.
Well, fucking Coy, remember when we were talking about McConaughey?
1956.
Yeah.
He went on he essentially went on his Atkins diet for the crash diet for Dallas Buyers Club because he had to look like he had the HIV.
Mm-hmm.
And but he did tilapia and green vegetables all day. All he just ate tilapia and vegetables, but all the wine that he could drink. That was his caveat or whatever. He still lost 2 to 3 pounds a week every week just eating tilapia and vegetables and drinking wine.
That's awesome. So this whole book, this little
inspiring
diet, and I'm like, look, guys, it's in a book. It's real. Sure enough, they in that book said, look, we didn't come up with this. The United States Army did the research, and we're just paying it forward. Your husband's a drinker because he's a worker. He deserves to have his cocktails. So eliminate the, make sure it's 80 proof. Make sure it's, a maraschino cherry is fine, but leave the syrup out. Like it just spelled out, keep the sugar out of the booze as much as possible. He could have his drinks, so he'll be a happy man. He'll be a good.
I'm off the wine. I'm gonna go buy some whiskey tomorrow.
I'm not kidding.
I'm there.
I was like, oh, Dr. Atkins, you could have sold even more. You could have sold trillions.
Mm-hmm.
Trillions.
Too good.
So it's what I figured out on my own, from the Army to Atkins to me, to that book to Atkins to me. I was like, here we go, full circle. I was vindicated because my parents told me I was full of shit. You're just an alcoholic. I'm like, it's irrelevant. That doesn't mean the science is wrong. I'm not.
That's a good one. That's a good rap.
Yeah.
We just went full circle from
like,
the first 10 minutes to mid-six to now.
Face. All right. That's it. Resoluters, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Jeff. I flipped my image so I could do that without having to think about it.
This guy.
But I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon. Good night.
All at home. You bet.